really do. I don't expect you all to be here anymore because, you know, I'm such a letdown, so I'm really, really sorry. Ridiculous, ain't it? It just shouldn't be so flipping difficult, but it really is. I really am genuinely sorry. It shouldn't have done that, and it did. I apologise. I was perfectly happy watching that then, weren't you? With you lot, you know what I mean? It was all good. If the, no, that'd be closed down now, wouldn't it? Sorry it took me so long as well to come back. I really am sorry, and I've just apologised about 20,000 times. Hello, Nicholas. Right. I'm so sorry. It just did it again. This is well embarrassing. I'm so sorry. I really am. Fucking just one thing after another. If it does it again, though, I won't be coming back, by the way. I'm sorry, but I won't because I'll just give up by then. Hi, Aquaman. Hello, Conspiracy. Hello, Nicholas. I'm sorry that it keeps fucking up. I really am. But like I say, if it does do it again, I'm going to be done for the night. I've got to go to bed early anyway, so hi, Keith.
I'm sure you've all heard the
Hello,
expression,
Hank's Corner.
fake it till you make it.
Right.
But today,
No, well, near the end.
It looks like. I don't cook, I don't clean, I got whiteboards all over the place. My setup's there, this is like my sanctuary. No one fucks with me here.
Yes, Miss Mando, my tech loves me, so hi, by the way. I will check my DM.
Never fucking cook. This will never be used. I don't even know why I have a fucking mitt.
and here's
I love how that's supposed to be something to be proud of, you know, he'll never cook. It's ridiculous. I know we've already seen all this, but not everybody was here either, so I'm just going to let it play from here.
the look at the house I mentioned. It's clearly a cozy spot. It's a nice house. It's not a super elaborate house. This is not a mega mansion or anything like that. So if he's a super successful 9-figure guy who loves to flex everything, why would he be living in a house like this? It doesn't make any sense. That doesn't really track. I also love the whole whiteboard thing. He probably watched one video on like, it's important to write down your goals or whatever as an entrepreneur. So he bought like 9 whiteboards and hung them all up and filled them with gibberish nonsense. I tried zooming in on the frame where it focuses on a whiteboard, but I couldn't make it out because handwriting looks like he wrote it while he was getting hit by an earthquake. So it's completely illegible for the most part. But I'm pretty sure one of them was agility, and he had a check mark next to it, meaning he must have done like agility drills, I suppose. I could be reading it incorrectly, but I'm
Hi, Aquaman, nice to see you.
almost positive it said just agility on one of them. Maybe it's like RuneScape goals, and he's like skilling right now, so he's working on agility, and he checked it off once he got like a certain amount of XP. I don't know. Very goofy regardless, though.
Here's just a couple of signs that your girlfriend might be cheating. Number one is she's not texting you as readily as you used to.
Easiest way to tell if your girl is cheating is, did she ever find that you bought this guy's course? If she did, she's absolutely cheating. No doubt. And you deserve it. Why the fuck would you buy it?
I agree. If my husband was like subscribing to this bullshit, just yeah. I wouldn't leave him really because I love him and stuff, but we would have serious words.
Course from a guy like this? It's so embarrassing. Like he actually just went to like WikiHow and just started copying articles on like how to tell if your girl is cheating and 7 life hacks for that, and then he just starts regurgitating them here. But anyway, I could go on and on. There's so many embarrassing shorts he's made, but there's no reason to just keep going over it. I just wanted to showcase some of his better ones here and talk about it a little bit. That's about it. Yeah.
Let me watch the one where he wants to fight then, because that might be good.
It's not often I like to spend a lot of time and play around in the pig pen when it comes to internet beef. I usually like to put that beef on a taco and just eat it one
Hi, Archangel.
time, and I don't think there's any reason to go back for seconds. Typically, the cycle of life works. I'll make a video on something or someone, make jokes about it, talk about it, and then that person will respond with their own jokes, saying their own piece, and that's that. That's proper internet drama etiquette. That's just a beautiful thing, the way the Lord intended. I don't usually like to go back and respond to their response. It just seems highly unnecessary and feels more like milking a situation than actually like making it.
He is proper entrepreneuring hard. He really, really is. He is a proper, and I couldn't even say it just then, look. Entrepreneur. Can you remember? Can anybody else remember when Chili said that? It can't just be me. Flipping literally did say that they're stopping me from entrepreneuring. He said something like that, entrepreneuring. He definitely said entrepreneuring, and I'm sure it was because he was getting all fucking irate about Kate and all that, right? And so he was saying about, you know, how they're ruining his business and he's an entrepreneur and they're preventing him from entrepreneuring. It was something like that. He definitely said it. I wish I knew where he said it. It was brilliant anyway. It cracked me up.
entertaining or just generally talking about something. Of course, I have done it in the past a few times where it really feels like it's an important situation and one that I really do need to respond to again, or if it's just a highly wild one and I just have that little devil on my shoulder that I can't persuade otherwise, and it forces me to make yet another video about something silly. But usually,
yeah, it's only my height. He's only 5'6", bless him. But yeah, definitely, my money'd be on him as well. But he wouldn't be. He'd never do it anyway. It ain't him, is it? It's not what he's like. He finds the fact that he's offered him out for a fucking boxing fight to be just absolutely ridiculous as it is. But yeah, my money'd be on Charlie as well.
I steer clear of it. And today is one of those special cases where I am going to be responding to someone's response. 2 days ago now, I made a video on a self-proclaimed super wealthy guru who was talking about how he could take your girl because he has so much money, and if you make less than 10K a month, you shouldn't go to the gym. You're a fucking idiot if you go to the gym. It was just really embarrassing stuff, and I was just pointing out how silly and stupid all of it was, just making fun of him. And he didn't take too kindly to it, so he put on his extra small boy pants and said, "All right, bub, so you want to tussle with the lack of muscle? I'll challenge you to a fight." So he made a fight declaration to me to like box me. And this is the main reason I'm talking about this goober again. When you challenge someone to a fight because they made jokes about you, I feel like you lose on the spot because all you're showing is that the jokes hurt your feelings. They got under your skin. So now you're coping with this defense mechanism of, I'll beat you in a fight because of what you said. And I feel like that's just the ultimate fucking L. Now, let's walk through this hypothetical. Let's say I took up the malnourished Martian on his fight offer and he beats my ass. He brutalizes me somehow. He takes his McLaren out and he's like, "Get a load of this, tough guy." And he starts wailing on me. What does that change about everything?
I know, I've forgotten all when I was talking. Yes, Welsh News Network, he has already beat him in a battle of wits. Definitely. He's going on though, the skinny guy's reaction video to this video is going on about, what was it? Yeah, he's got so many views and so much clout from all this basically. And he thinks people love him and they just don't.
Thing I've said about him. It's all still the truth. All the jokes are still applicable. It's just never fully computed with me because it always comes across as even whinier and more pathetic, at least in my eyes. And I'm sure the reason he's doing it is just for the sake of soaking up as much attention as possible. He makes it very clear in the
Yeah, I can't drive Welsh.
beginning of the video that he's doing all of this for views, so I have no doubt that's the play. But what if I was to accept his offer? I feel like that would be his legitimate worst nightmare because I am 100% sure he's never thrown a punch in his life, not even in his dreams, because his bones would shatter. And let's not forget, I do keep that big iron on me. And these pythons, they don't play nice. But being in great shape doesn't correlate to being a great fighter. So who knows, maybe this guy absolutely could slap me around in a physical fight. But we won't find out because I don't plan on accepting the offer regardless.
It was by this guy, Penguins, whatever his name is.
Brother, you have the video up on the screen. What do you mean Penguins, whatever his name is? You could have just opened your eyes. Are you too wealthy to just read?
Yes.
Can you read?
No.
It's Penguin Z0.
He was talking a bunch of crap about my video. So we're going to respond. This is my reaction. Okay, we're not going to get heated in this. I'm not really massively triggered. I just want to take advantage of the views. So we're going to get right into this.
Immediately, this
Yes, I did. Welsh News Network, which was good.
little weasel's already lying. I wasn't talking crap about his videos. I was talking shit about his videos.
Okay, I don't only own a McLaren. I used to have a 570S that was white. If you follow me for a while, you know this. It was a convertible drop top. Okay, had that car, sold it, got a yellow Maserati, then got bored, and I was like, I got to get another McLaren. So I have a McLaren, a Maserati Ghibli. That's a 1 of 5, by the way, which costs way more than this entire fucking YouTube channel's ad revenue on a monthly basis. And then...
Man, he's really putting that egg on my face.
That was ridiculous. And way more than this channel's ad revenue on a monthly basis. I thought he'd say a year or something. That could be reasonably impressive, couldn't it? Especially, you know, with Charlie's channel being so big, he's got like millions of subscribers. So that could have been quite the thing. But on a month, the ad revenue of them, oh, you know what I mean. What's Lemon Tart say? Some people just have, yeah, thin skin. Yeah, definitely. It's like chilly, isn't it? That's what he's like.
Right now, I look real silly. This guy means business. He's got a lot of expensive cars. Holy shit. And he sets the record straight. The McLaren isn't rented. He showed the keys. And then even mentioned that he puts his Instagram sticker on the back. So I'd prefer if he just rented it. You put your fucking Instagram handle as a sticker on the back of your McLaren, it's already worthless now. You've ruined it.
I literally post this thing all around. I have my Instagram sticker on the back. People have seen the videos all over. You can't rent that every single day. Okay, so this part pisses me off because he says the name wrong like 8 times in a row. It's not McLaren, it's McLaren. Okay, so that's how we know this guy doesn't really have a lot of status. He doesn't understand these things.
Well,
He's taking a piss. But he just said this guy pisses me off. No. Whereas earlier, when he was the video where he's reacting to this reaction video, flipping out, just react. He said, he said he weren't triggered in the slightest. He's just, using it for views and money and all this, that and the other. Fucking make up your mind, man. What the fuck? Yes, it doesn't that sound like chili face? Yeah, exactly. It does. Welsh News Network, it does sound like that.
Can't argue with him there. That is a bulletproof case he's presented. I wasn't pronouncing it to his liking. I wasn't saying McLaren, though. I was just saying it fast. McLaren. Like, it's not a hard word to pronounce. I don't know why he's trying to nitpick that. But anyway, I don't need to go through this with a fine-tooth comb. I'll show you the creme de la creme here. I'll give you the climax where he mentions the boxing match with me.
The funny part is that I don't need to be in shape. And you know what? I'm going to make this statement in the video. We should do a boxing match with him because he does not. I'll box this guy. I'll do something with him because I guarantee you he can't outrun me in a mile. Okay, I can still, to this very day, with the amount of times that I don't work out, I can still run a 6-minute mile, maybe 5.5-minute mile.
Whoa, stand back.
He's not triggered. He's not triggered though. He's not triggered.
We got ace athlete out here who could beat me in a race, which he absolutely could. I have no doubt about that. I can count on 2 fingers the people I can beat in a foot race. 1, a toddler that hasn't learned to walk yet, so he can only crawl. And 2, a 90-year-old that's using a walker. Everything else is going to be a close match. Though I don't know what running.
So I'm going to it then. Yeah, good lemon tart. Keep on doing it. Does anybody know yet? I actually took some of Gunner's video, that little bit of Gunner's video, and edited it and says about Gunner fuck me, man, I can't talk properly today. Endorsing his trifold. Is that allowed? Because he isn't endorsing the trifold, obviously. Delete Law's Clips had put in one of the comment sections about, or in that comment section, saying, well, he bought it, so that's endorsing it. That's not endorsing it, is it? Are you allowed? For example, I can't do it because I'm not that clever, but let's pretend, right, that I was good enough that I could, take a load of words off Charlie, for example, loads of video clip word thingies, and make it so that it sounds like he's calling my channel the fucking best super duper serious commentary channel on YouTube, yeah? He endorses it. Would that be allowed? Because he's never fucking heard of me. Is it allowed? Are you allowed to say that? But also, that's just a YouTube channel, ain't it? With Chiller, that's his trifold. That's something that he's actually selling, part of his actual business. Yeah, false advertising. Yeah, that's what I thought, Welsh News Network. I was 100% sure. Social Blade Charlie makes between 700k and 11.2 million on YouTube alone. Yeah, I thought he makes a lot. Bloody hell. Social Blade's not always accurate, though, is it? But, yeah. He didn't write the jipper, exactly. If he'd have made it clear that it was a parody, then it wouldn't be so bad, would it? But he hasn't said that. It's all about, he endorses it. Thanks. And, oh, God. Yeah, Welsh News Network mentioned it earlier, but wow, he's all flipping thanking Gunner for it. Oh, my God, sales have gone through the roof, Gunner. Thanks, Gunner. Thanks. Sales have gone through the roof. My trifold's never been so successful, What a load of bollocks. What? Make it make sense. Hi, Axel. Misrepresentation. Yes, Halo.
Has to do with boxing. The two don't really correlate. They're very different. But anyway, the boxing offer. This is what I'm saying. I find that to just be completely worthless. That has nothing to do with anything I was saying at all. If I was making the claim that I could beat his ass, then that boxing challenge holds a lot of water. Then that holds a lot of weight. I was just making fun of him. I've just always said, if you challenge someone to a fight because they hurt your feelings, that's an embarrassing look for you.
I can't click on link, Tanks Corner. If you can tell me what to search for, I can search for it when this is done.
It'd be a very different story if I was the one instigating, oh man, this guy, I'd beat his ass all over the place. I'd beat him like a drum. Then me to a fight, it's okay, he's stepping up. Now, am I going to follow through on what I was saying? And then it's on me, and then I look like a bitch if I don't. And
Yeah, Keith. I mean, that makes sense. If you're doing a sponsor thing, for example, you have to you have to tick the thing that says that you've got a paid promotion in your video, and then it comes up in a little box, don't it, at the top of the screen. Shit, yeah, I forgot it's Monday today, isn't it, Axel? Oh, bless you.
I feel like that's not a super hot take because usually
Sorry, I keep thinking it's Sunday.
it's a fight fire with fire. So if you're getting insulted or you feel insulted because of the jokes, you insult back or make jokes back. And that's the accepted battle terms. For an example, Uwe Boll, terrible director, used to make a lot of awful films, but his big shtick that made him a legendary clown is he would...
Hi, Sue. My first live stream just crashed and burned, so this is part 2. I'm not going to be on for too long. I'm just taking the piss out of this skinny wretch that thinks he's amazing. Not Charlie. Charlie's taking the piss out of him as well. We're watching Charlie take the piss out of this skinny wretch.
Challenge his harshest critics to boxing matches. Critics that insulted his movies, he would challenge to a boxing match and he became an absolute laughingstock, even though somebody once accepted it and lost. Uwe Boll was still the bigger joke, and in fact was even a larger joke after winning against this critic. He didn't look tougher, he looked even stupider. It's just one of those things where when you get offended and your defense is, I'll fight you for it, I just feel like it's a bad look.
If I don't go to the gym, that doesn't mean I'm insecure. It means that I'm actually more confident in my body. I'm very talented in other areas. I don't need to have big muscles to be good or athletic at things, right? A lot of the things that we challenge ourselves with that we think that we can't achieve are all up here. It really has not a lot to do with physical. I'm a marketer. I don't need to be massively fit, okay? I like to have all my stuff up here. Doesn't mean I have to go to the gym and be this muscle maniac. Everybody has their own preference. I think that it's a waste of time. I think it's mounds of insecurity.
This is the section where I was talking.
I keep interrupting. The way that I've forgotten his fucking name. Jason, so the skinny twat, yeah. The way he is reacting in this the first time that he reacts to Charlie's original video, he is so triggered. He's actually genuinely hurt by the comments and that, ain't it? And then when he does the reaction video to this, he's learned from it, and he's learned that you can't be weak on the internet like that. Because everybody will just dive on you, so you can't be triggered. You make yourself look like a twat. So that's why he's doing the whole, I ain't bothered. What, me? I ain't bothered, what you on about?
About his shaming of people that go to the gym and calling them fucking idiots for it. So he's immediately going off the rails into like lecture douchebag mode where he's like, well, actually a lot of
it has its moments, Steve. Why does it keep buffering? Because I haven't noticed. I apologise, so...
obstacles that you encounter are mental, not physical. Like, that has nothing to do with anything right now. You're fighting some fucking ghosts. That doesn't matter. The whole point was, I even mentioned, if you're confident in your body, that's great. Why are you shaming people that want to look different than you do? You shitting on people who go to the gym, insinuating that they're poor and have no right to be there unless they're making more than $10,000 a month, comes across as bitter, delusional, and insecure. And for some reason, he tries to flip that around by saying, well, no, actually, going to the gym portrays insecurity. Like, the delusion is almost impressive. You're not even making any good points here. You're not even defending your stance very well. No one's forcing you to go to the gym. No one's twisting your arm like, hey, listen, Buster, get your ass in the gym. You don't have to. No one's making you. But why are you shitting on people that do? It's not a waste of time at all. It's not even a huge time commitment to get in good shape. An hour a day and then changing your diet around to make your health better. Like, it's not even this huge detriment that's going to lead to them being broke or anything. It's just absolute nonsense from a guy who I'm certain has never picked up anything heavy in his life.
Because if you look at a person who lifts and who doesn't lift but has a lot of skill sets and has high intellect, the guy with a lot of intellect, well, with a lot of path and purpose and skill sets, it's going to win. Just because you can lift things doesn't mean you're smart. It just means that you can just lift shit. I mean, it's like...
So much...
It sounds so whiny. It's quite pathetic.
Useless drivel and cope for why he doesn't lift. You can do both here, dummy. You can lift and still be highly intellectual, even if being in great shape isn't necessary for the skill set for your career path. It's still probably worth...
I think he definitely would, Axel, and I mean, he might actually win that lawsuit.
Doing, because it's not a massive time investment for it. Lifting occasionally...
I did, Nicholas, but it doesn't seem to be as great as it's supposed to be.
And eating better is not somehow going to ruin your chance of success and lead to you being broke and unable to find a career path that makes more than $10K a month or whatever the fuck you're talking about. This is just all mental gymnastics to justify you personally not wanting to go to the gym. Just don't. But I don't understand the point in shitting in people who do. It's just so weird.
There's no excuse why you can't make 10K a month. And honestly, life doesn't really start until $30,000 a month. I make a bunch of videos about this.
I know a lot of people think this guy's rage baiting or playing a character, but I have good reason to believe that he is completely genuine. From everything I've seen from him, this really does seem to be the way he views the world. He proudly proclaims that life doesn't start to...
Out of who? Do you mean out of Charlie and Jason? Is that who you're asking who you should root for? Because if it is, then you always root for Charlie, the geezer with long hair.
You're making $30K a month, and that there's absolutely no excuse for somehow making less than $10K a month. This is a guy who lost touch with reality long ago.
No.
It's not what I'm talking about as far as protected. It's not about the physicality. It's about the fact of the matter that she needs to feel safe and protected in a nice home with a good financial situation, be able to raise kids and be able to go out with her friends and still be the woman that she wants to be and have her own path and purpose. It's not about the physicality, okay? And also, if you make enough money, you get a security team, okay? Now, I don't have one, but...
Oh, shut up a minute, Jason. Is it that bad then? What? Does it keep buffering or something? 'Cause I mean, I've got it on the TV muted and it ain't been that... It buffered earlier, but I've not noticed it doing it. Well, am I just missing something? You have to let me know what it's doing.
All I'm saying there is that you use money to give you extra freedoms.
So he made a point to say that if you're not making 6 figures a year, you need to break up with your girlfriend right now because he'll probably fucking steal her from you because he has more money, which means he can protect her and provide for her better than you can. He explains that the protecting thing wasn't about physicality, like physically being able to defend her from harm. It was being able to give her like a big house and shelter and financial freedom to
Jolly good.
spend money to go out with her friends and raise a kid. Now, I live in the real world where you don't need 6 figures to be able to provide a safe household like that to afford those kind of good things. But he's out there in fucking Narnia, Fantasyland, where apparently you need 6 figures for that. But regardless, what really stands out to me is his last claim, where when you're making a lot of money, you get a security team. That was a huge red flag. That sounded the alarms. The sirens blared that this guy is most likely a fraud and pretending he is fake. We, at our warehouse, actually did look into hiring a full-time security team for the property. It is an outrageous expense. From all of the research I've done on his media company, I can neither confirm nor deny if his claims are accurate about it generating 9 figures for his clients. The only place that's spouting those numbers are his websites, and he has fucking 3 of them. One of them hasn't been maintained in the last 3 years.
Oh my God, look at him. He's a little boy. Let's read it. This is my story. My eyes aren't great. Wait there. No, that's not going to work either.
All it does is...
Wait a minute, Charlotte. Thank you. I'm from Newburgh, New York, and 22 years old. I grew up in a very loving environment where I didn't face a lot of adversity, but I always knew deep down I was different from my friends and my surroundings. I went on to culinary school where I barely did any work, no-showed my classes and was too busy flipping Pokemon cards in my dorm room. And from that day forward, the hustle chose me. Oh, wow. I bet you like the clouds parted and the light of heaven came down on him and there was all like angelic singing in the background. You know what I mean? I can't do it, but there we go. I dropped out of culinary school and decided to learn business, so I went back home to live with my parents. Oh, he didn't live with them, he lived his parents. So got 3 jobs and I hustled 18-hour days until I had the funds to move out, and that's exactly what I did in May of 2019. 2 years before this, I started Wojo Media, a digital marketing agency, and one of my first clients was a clothing brand called Hustle Island HQ, where I found my mentor and teacher, Greg Berry. We had over 24,000 paying customers, and this was my first taste of marketing success. Bless him, he looks about 13.
Drip feed fanfic about his upbringing, as well as 404 when you try and look up anything else about it.
Yes, about the jib translation, I was a weird kid and nobody liked me, exactly.
And then underneath a documentary he made where he sucks his own dick, it's just this giant white page, just this void of emptiness. So there's no good information there, but on his other 2 websites, he does have claims that it's 9-figure generating. But As he mentions in his response, that doesn't mean he's worth 9 figures. From all of the numbers I can find online, and I always take these with a grain of salt, his net worth is between...
Heard the word of chili. I bet he read the good book, the trifold. Read the trifold, heard the word of chili, and that was it. It was all up from there.
$3 to $6 million. If those numbers are even close to accurate, he himself couldn't afford a full-time security team. He lives where I do, in Florida. If you wanted to hire just one full-time bodyguard for a property or whatever, you are looking at an expense of roughly $150K for one person. That's not even a full team. He would run out of money in like 2 years, perhaps. So it, to me, seems like he has no fucking clue what he's talking about. He's making it sound like this is a common purchase people start making when they start getting a lot of money, when it is not. This is something that's reserved only for like the highest income individuals or actual large businesses. To me, this really just feels like he's pretending. And making more than 10K a month doesn't enable you to magically protect her better.
If you see how he edits the video right there, he trimmed it because he knew what he was about to say was stupid. That's the only time where he trimmed the video, where he cut it. Because
Maybe he's, I don't know what Charlie was about to say, whether it was something stupid or not, but maybe, just maybe, just throwing this out there, yeah? Maybe he edits it out when he fluffs it, like I do all the time. I don't edit it out, though. I leave it all in. But, I lose my wording a lot, and I can't always think of what I need to be saying, and I say the wrong thing. I do it quite a lot. A lot of it I keep in my videos because I can't bother to edit it out. And then I can't even bother to talk properly, clearly. Edit it out. Charlie's clearly better at being a YouTuber than me.
knows that he was about to say that it's not important to make 10K a month when I know damn well with 12 million subscribers, he makes more than $10,000 a month. It's hypocritical for him to say that because he has things behind him right now that, from what I can see, they're not cheap things.
This is a big gotcha moment from him here. An astute observation. He noticed a cut, but then falsely claims it's the only one I made. Bro, I make cuts in videos. This isn't all just one take. Sometimes I actually...
He's made loads of cuts. I've noticed loads of cuts.
do get videos in just like one full fucking take, but usually I don't. I'll fumble words. And that's when it gets cut, and I'll go back and explain things differently, say something else entirely. It's all very normal. I actually just did it. I'm not sure if you noticed. It's not uncommon. In a live stream, I can't do that. So yeah, all of that's one take. But I mean, you're in the space, right? Like, you have to know how video editing works.
Drank the Kool-Aid whilst reading the trifold, whilst the heavens opened upon him and dribbled piss all over him. Yeah.
Works in video making. I don't know why he's trying to catch me on a cut and assuming that I was about to say that making 10K a month isn't important. And it's also not hypocritical either, if I was to make that point. You don't need to be making 10K a month to be happy. You just simply don't. Your whole personality is money. I lived the majority of my life without even imagining $10,000 a month, and I was happy then too. Just as happy then as I am now. It's not a necessary, absolute must-have thing, and you're not a failure if you don't get $10,000 a month.
That's a good idea about the gym. I'll see how far they go with that. Remember the last stream where you asked me how many big YouTubers are considering looking into Chile? Yeah, there were 6 that you know of. Cool. With one more probable. I've tried, I've been in the comment sections of a few bigger YouTubers and asked them, because it's normally in their community tab, they'll say, any ideas for other videos, and I've left comments asking them to check delete laws out, and I've put a little bit of why he's an absolute fucking idiot. So yeah, maybe. I mean, you say there's definitely 6, but hopefully there'll be more as well, hopefully. We'll see.
Contrary to the delusion that you're fucking encumbered by, you don't need 30K a month to start living. You don't. No, like, I can't believe anyone actually thinks that way. What an
Hi, by the way, Mark. I didn't even say hi, or I'm ignorant. Sorry. Hi.
outrageous claim to make. So, I wasn't going to say that, but I'll say it now. You don't need 10K a month in order to go to the gym, to have a loving relationship, to provide for your girlfriend, protect her, have a happy life, have happy kids. You don't ever need to breach 10K a month to reach that level.
That's a fucking lot, that is, isn't it, Keith? I'm sure, yeah, he earns some pretty good money. I just don't always trust things like Social Blade and whatnot. And I mean, Social Blade itself and any websites like that, they do say that it's like an estimate, don't they? So, and most YouTubers, when it's been sort of, when somebody said to them, you make so-and-so a month, Social Blade says so, most of them point blank deny that they make that much, but I don't know. I don't really care how much he makes. That's fucking loads of money though, that isn't it?
It's not a bad spot. I don't need a massive house with 18 fucking bedrooms with nobody to vacate them. That's a stupid financial investment, okay? The car is not, because the car is for marketing. The car is something I enjoy. Houses are stationary. They don't move. Cars move, and I have fun with the wind in my face.
Finally, something reasonable here. I pointed out that his house tour is a very nice spot, but it's not a mega mansion, which confused me because he's all about flexing his cars, for example. And he defended it by saying that it's a nice spot, but he doesn't need a big house. He doesn't want a huge mansion. It'd be a bad investment for him financially. He doesn't want a lot of eyes on him. And all of that makes sense. Completely agree. You don't need a huge house or anything like that. But then why doesn't that same line of logic apply to your McLaren and your supercars, your extremely expensive cars? He tries to say that the cars are for marketing. Why? Because you slap your Instagram handle on the back of one of them? I'm just going to hit you with the cold water and give you the...
I like that, Lemon Tart. That's a good point. They're innocent. Don't drag them into this madness.
Truth. There has never been a single living, breathing human being that has seen a car with an Instagram handle on it that thought to themselves, wow, that piqued my interest. I can't wait to check out that Instagram account of that cool guy driving that car. 100% of the time, people write you off as driving a cringe mobile. That is the worst marketing. It's like anti-marketing. It makes people laugh at you. But regardless, with the house, you're right. You don't need a big house. Same way you didn't need those expensive cars. But you mentioned that you have fun with them. Well, I'd actually understand if you did have a mega mansion because it'd fall in line with what you were just talking about, where guys who don't make 6 figures a month need to break up with their girlfriends because they can't protect and provide. If you had a big house, you would be providing for your girlfriend, right? You mentioned that you have a girlfriend.
What girlfriend? Does he really? He mentions that he's got a girlfriend. That's fucked up. There's a video, I think it must be one of the ones that I've seen on TikTok, where he's like, I don't know, he's with 2 birds in bikinis anyway, and just 100% they're just like hired models for his video. They're not his girlfriend at all. So,
I imagine she lives with you. You mentioned people live with you. Wouldn't getting a huge house pretty much be exactly what you preach? You're giving her a great place to be.
Hi, Brad.
Protected in, provided, afforded luxuries, raise a kid in. Like, that falls more in line with what you're saying than owning these worthless supercars. Like, that feels like it should be so much further down the list of priorities for your money. Now, I completely
Sally, I can't remember if I said hi to you, but hi. If I didn't, I apologise. Hi, Sally.
agree. You don't need a big house. But what you're not recognizing is that the way you're living your life in terms of, like, your house is exactly what I and everyone else with a brain is saying. That you don't need $30K a month to live a happy life. You don't need $30K a month to...
So, yeah, mine keeps doing, and you won't be able to hear me because the screen's frozen. Yeah, my TV, anyway, it keeps doing that. If anybody can hear me, please type that in for Sue. So come off it and go back on it again. That's what I keep having to do. It's well annoying. I did it the other week when I was live streaming as well, and I thought it had frozen for everybody, and it hadn't.
Start living as you claim. You are in a house right now with your girlfriend and whoever else that people can afford without $30K a month, and you are happy. And I imagine they are happy as well. So the life you are currently living contradicts the one that you are preaching about. You are living a lifestyle that is not $30K a month. You are living something that people can live right now without even coming close to that. And yet you're shitting on them if they don't reach it and shaming them for not making that kind of money. It's hypocritical, I would argue. I just wanted to mention that because I found it to be the most interesting component here. I ended up going through more of the video here than I planned on. I just found the whole thing to be just kind of fascinating in a way, so I just wanted to talk about it a little bit, and that's about it. So, yeah.
Axel, I've done that before. That's kind of funny. Right, let me check my battery. I've still got a little bit longer. What shall we look at now? There's this plenty. I mean, we can look at more with Jason Rojo, but I don't know. I think might have had enough of him now. There's Glenn brought a video out, didn't he? I was going to try and do a video about that, but I don't know whether I'll do it or not. Wait there. Professional look, professional. Oh, finally. Let me just make that public. Took fucking long enough. And yet they ain't fucking done the other one. I'm sick of it. I have to do flipping reviews for all of my, I have to review all of my videos. I have to get an actual human to give the green light, so to speak. And sometimes it takes fucking ages. It's very annoying. Right, what was I wanting? Yeah, you probably have already all seen this, but I'm watching it again anyway. I think I need some lessons from a skinny, fake guru boy.
Why the fuck are you guys fucking reading books? I'm sick and tired of people selling books, selling PDFs, selling ebooks, all this shit. You're not gonna get to where you want to be reading a fucking book. A lot of you right now are sitting there going, oh my god, Robert Kiyosaki's gonna fucking save me. Gary Vaynerchuk, like, oh my god, I'm gonna start crushing it. Like, no, you're fucking not. You have no skills. You need high income skills, not a book.
Oops. Yeah, books totally for losers. Yeah.
This is definitely the #1 book that fucking changed my life by Jay Shetty. Think Like a Monk. If you ever want to read a good book that like kind of makes your mental clarity better, I would definitely like recommend that you read that.
What the fuck? You literally just said.
You're not gonna get to where you want to be reading a fucking book.
Now I don't know what to believe.
The reason why you're probably depressed, you're not actually depressed. You're just mad at your current situation or you're unhappy with where you are. It's not about being depressed. That's not an actual thing. You need to look more internally at yourself.
Damn it. Yeah. Depression, totally fake, totally for losers as well. Yeah, definitely. Oh my god. Oh my god, indeed. Let's have a look what Dickweed's done. Oh shit, yeah, so there was that fucking go to delete. Yeah, I ain't bothering that. Let's look at this. I ain't seen this yet.
Terry versus Ohio is the linchpin of death and the prison state and police state that we live in the United States of America. So there's Terry versus Ohio right there. And then if you take a look, see if you take a stick, and I'll put a stick on the wall for you so you can see it yourself. That line right there is the prison complex. That's the industrial prison complex. So here's Terry versus Ohio right here.
I am interrupting for a second. Who's this bird? The copsucker cater. Who is she?
The prison system in 1968 is 300,000 people. And now today, what we're looking at is over 2.5 million people. 2.5 million people in prison. And then look down that stick, and that's it's 1968 all the way ubiquitously down the timeline. So there's an XY axis. The X is the years, and then moving forward is the Y. So this is in 1968 when Terry v. Ohio passes. And then right here, this is when the prison system takes off like a rocket. When you see the police kill somebody, it's legal. It's perfectly legal. It's because of Terry versus Ohio that puts officer safety over your civil liberties. When they put officer safety over the top of your rights, that's when we lost all of our rights, Katie. That's when we lost all of our rights. You see how that works?
Yeah.
Because there's the prison system right there. Look how low it is. So did people become more criminal, do you think, after 1968? Or do you think that the government passed laws to arrest people? This is Terry versus Ohio. And then right here...
Oh, I'd be the crazy cat lady as well, Lemon Tart. Completely agree with that. I'll catch up in the week, and if I was at a heart, I'll stream on Wednesday, Axel. No worries, mate. Take care and good night.
Prison population is at 300,000 people, and then Richard Nixon declares war on drugs, and then Ronald Reagan creates a for-profit prison industry. And see, the prison industry, it goes up dramatically from 300,000 up to over 400,000 to 500,000. We doubled the prison industry in Nixon's administration alone. Double the amount of people go and live in a dungeon. So the question I asked you was, in 1968, when the prison industry starts to take off like a rocket, did people in America become more criminal, or did the government pass legislation that made laws that make people criminals?
What would the laws be? I'm sorry, I'm lost.
The war on drugs. And also, this right now here, this Terry v. Ohio, what this allows police to do is to walk up and grab you based on their suspicion. Do you know why that was passed in 1968?
Yes, Lemon Tart, and if I'd known it was this boring, I would have put it on in a bit when I was finished live streaming and I was all comfy in bed. I know everybody's sick of hearing about Terry versus Ohio. I just wanted to know what it was, like who this bird is and whatnot. I'll fast forward it a bit.
Fourth Amendment. So if I just
She looks bored shitless, don't she?
write this down, it says, okay, so
That's your personal police. So, like, if
what's their job?
they,
To take people to the dungeon? To take people to the prison system? That's their job?
not necessarily,
But
they
if
do it to protect you because let's say you are drinking and driving, you could hurt someone else. If you think
Exactly.
about it that way,
Okay, so
that's your personal police. So, like, if you are drinking and driving or something, and you put like someone else's, like, you put your own locking on it and someone else's, I hope someone pulls you over because, like, you shouldn't be doing stuff like that because that can hurt more people than just you.
what if you just happen to forgot to put your lights on? What if you just didn't put your lights on? So then you get pulled over by the police, and what's their job then? Well, after they realize you're not drinking, what is their job? Does their job end?
They tell you to turn your lights on, and then they say you can drive away.
Oh, is that what happens?
Yeah,
Yeah? How many times have you been pulled over, Katie?
I've never been pulled over, but I've been with someone who's been pulled over.
You've never been pulled over?
I haven't, no.
And you drive
But
a car?
I've been with someone, yes, but I've been with someone who has.
And how'd that go?
It went well. He was really nice about it.
The cop was really nice about it?
He just said he didn't want us to get hurt.
Okay, so let's just say, though, you don't have your lights on and you get pulled over, and the cop pulls up and says you've been drinking. You say, no, I have not been drinking, even though you shouldn't answer any questions. But then you have not been drinking. Does his job end right there and he lets you go?
I mean, if you can tell if someone's
Okay, but I'm just saying, you can tell? How can you tell?
like by looking at
What do you mean, how can you tell? They're also trained to be able to tell. Obviously, they get it wrong sometimes, but quite often they get it right.
their eyes, and you can tell by the way they're talking.
Okay, perfect. So what she just said, you guys, is the definition of Terry versus Ohio.
Yes, Aquaman, exactly.
She just said it. She just nailed it. She's exactly correct. If the cop believes that you're drinking, then you're drinking. That's what Terry v. Ohio does.
No, I'm not saying that then you're drinking. I said that you can tell if someone could possibly be, and then they'll eventually do a test on you.
You're actually correct. You are correct. All it takes, because of Terry versus Ohio, is the cop to believe that you've been drinking.
Yeah, Mark, I think I counted 18 times that he confessed to his crime the other day, but I might have missed a couple.
Even if you haven't been. You can take a breathalyzer, and if he still believes you've been drinking, then you can still be arrested for DUI. Did you know that?
And that doesn't happen very often, though, does it? If you pass the breathalyzer, you're usually all good.
Did you know that?
You can still be arrested.
Yes.
No, because they have to do a test on you. They have to
Okay.
do a breathalyzer test on
Let me say it to you again, Katie. You're super cute. I just adore you. But let me just tell
Oh
you
my
the truth.
god, that's so cringe. Is that old enough to be a fucking granddad? What the fuck?
If the cop is reasonably suspicious that you've been drinking, and you do not, and you take a breathalyzer and it blows 0, you can still be arrested for DUI. Did you know that? In your head, you can't compute that, can you? You literally are going, that's just not true, aren't you? In your head, I mean, just to be honest. And I don't mind, you can say it. In your mind, you're saying if I blew on the straw and 0, that he has to let
Shit, man, he needs to get a new fucking ruler or meter stick or something, doesn't he? Look at the state of it. Do you think he got that from, like, his granddad or something?
me go. Is that correct?
That's probably what his granddad used to spank him with. Oh my god, is that what he really thinks? Oh, what narcissistic fucking condescending things he about to say.
To face the fact that the people who are law enforcement are her family and that they arrest people based on their suspicion, based on Terry versus Ohio.
That's not what happened, though, is it? I'd love to see the full thing of that. I've no idea where it is like, but... Exactly, Mark. Why would they arrest you if you've passed the breathalyzer? They wouldn't. It's a load of bollocks. You can be arrested for DUI if you're too tired. No, fucking no. This is the worst pickup line ever. Yeah, damn right. What was this, so I got the... Right, so I downloaded his... Did I download it in the end? I can't remember. I can't even fucking talk properly. I really can't. So that the whole delete clips reloaded. So I went on there. That's where I got that thing. You know what? Has he still got that on there, by the way? Yeah. So that's the video look of his. Cop gets award for Supervisor of the Year. Cop get awarded after torturing 13-year-old. That's that video that I had on before I went live tonight. That's where I got that from, and then I searched for that, and it was like 4 years ago. So a story from 4 years ago, a really terrible story as well, from 4 years ago. He's using it to suit his own narrative and, you know, to get views and all that and the other. Look at that, those 56 views. And look how many subscribers, 475 subscribers. It's clearly they're not been investing the money in buying view and the, fuck me, I can't talk, the subscribers just yet. I'm sure that will happen soon enough though. Torture cuffed. Cop pulls you over. You need do this when the police don't. So yeah, so has anybody watched this? Is this thing on? I'm not watching it all, by the way. I've got to go to bed soon. So oh shit, did that work? That's the other thing I tried getting, reviewing Black History Month, and then I tried downloading it and it wouldn't work, and then he removed what he did put up because it went all fucked up. His phone fucked up, didn't it? So what's on this? I can't even remember if I watched this already, you know, sorry if I have.
Dokey pokey smoky. What's going on out there in the land of YouTube?
Oh, I've still got a cold. Give us a second, I've got to blow my nose. Yeah, it is a boring channel, I agree. There's Glenn went back to the airport, didn't it? Trying to file a complaint or something. That's what I was going to go about. But I ain't really had time yet. That's why I did the short one.
Sorry, I'm not. I think we're doing. I'm doing both YouTube and.
That's what his video kept doing. Or is it me? It could be mine. No, there you go.
Now, I designed this poster in 2001, starting.
Why has he even kept this shit up, man? Look at the state of it, and it just.
And so there. Now, the second part of the graph is the prison.
So basically, he used Black History Month, or tried to use Black History Month for more clout and views and clicks and blah blah blah. Hello, the Snark. How are you? Oh, I'll check that out. Wait there. Check that out. If you don't mind, do you mind if we look at it? Oh no, you know what? Because I don't want you to not get links and that. So it's up to you. If you don't mind me putting it on in there, links. I meant views. Oh my god, I literally cannot talk properly. I'm going to bed soon. Do you mind if we watch your video, the Snark, or I can just get somebody to put the link in the chat and everybody else can click on it. That's not it. I know I'm bloody subscribed to you, me for see. Then again, YouTube is there you are. Do you mind if I watch it? Thank you. Cool. Sorry, I just need to make sure the speed's normal. No, see, I knew something weren't right. Sorry about that. Please subscribe to the Snark, and if a mod's around, please put the link to his channel in the chat. I'd really appreciate it. Aquaman, you know what, yeah, I didn't even twig onto that he said that he'd made that poster in 2001. How does that make any sense? What the fuck? Like, what was he doing back in 2001? Weren't he like selling GHB and shit like that? I am suspicious, I is. Oh yeah, I could just go in there. Fuck it, I'll do it the long way. Mumble, 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 she says. Mumble, mumble, mumble. Thanks, Mark.
What are two clips that give off the same energy?
This cop came up. I asked for a supervisor, and instead of getting a supervisor, he told me that he didn't have to get me a supervisor, that he could do whatever he wanted. I went live when they threatened to arrest me. Good thing the cops are here, criminalizing your cell phone. Man, let me. I'm gonna talk to the kids here.
Did anybody else think of the song, yeah, at this part? There's, oi, chiller, leave those kids alone.
Listen, you kids, let me say something. You kids have got to film cops. When you see the cops with somebody, you got to film them. It's the difference between someone living or dying.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Robert. So, yeah, But he made that poster in 2001, you know? That no not raid that he couldn't remember. Because it was so traumatic, his brain blocked it.
I'm trying to get some ice cream, Rusty. Don't know.
I get it, but you got to film cops at all times.
Why not?
You always film cops. None of these kids were filming. It's unbelievable. None of them were filming. It's just so unbelievable to me that none of them were filming the cops.
I'm a Pink Floyd fan as well, Ruda. Damn straight. And yes, Tad, it definitely will be a national holiday. We'll at least make it a big one on YouTube, so...
I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
I'm gonna flashback them. Guys, you don't live on a ball. The earth is flat. I got flyers for you right here. You can check out my YouTube, okay? Some of them picked them up. Hey, give them to the teachers. Hey, you can verify everything on my flyer. Large bodies of water do not curve.
I want to talk about how important it is for you to share this video.
Oh, that was wicked. What was I going to say? What was it? Oh, who was it? It's one page you said it, weren't it? What did you say? I've forgotten already. No, that's it. That's what he said. Yeah, he didn't start filming until, he didn't start recording until he'd already given the cop his driving licence and all that and So he didn't start filming until after that because he wanted to make it look like he didn't do that, you know, that he was, standing up for his rights and putting them cops in their place and all that jazz. When actually he was like, yes, sir, no, sir, 3 bags full, sir. Here's my driving licence, sir. And I guarantee that he gave his real driving licence 100%. So, yeah, bloke's full of shit, you know. We all know this. So, yeah, making bacon's on your mind. Right, let me see. Yeah, I'm going to get, oh shit, what, never mind if we use one of your old, no, of course not, go for it, Welsh News Network. I'll try and watch as well. I'm going bed now though. So, thank you all for being here. I really, really appreciate it, as always. And I am going to go live on Wednesday, but I'll probably go live tomorrow as well because, you know what? Why the fuck not? It's been a very sober Monday evening. I am actually sober. Look, I had 2 cups of coffee whilst watching this. Doing this. That's well good for me. It's Monday, though. So that's the way it is. Well, everybody, take care. Have fun. Or hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. And, yeah, all that. I'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.